Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Stand-Up. My name's Lee Henson, president and founder of Agile Dev, and without any further ado, let's get started. You know, it wasn't that long ago, well, I guess it was that long ago, that my good friend Mr. Van Winkle once said, "Stop, collaborate, and listen," right? The vanilla ice lick that no one will ever forget. But when he said stop, collaborate, and listen, who ever thought that that would be tied to Agile today and to business agility? You know, stop. Let's talk about stopping for a minute. Why would stopping be added to my list? Well, in case you forgot, this week we're covering the top 5 things that you can change today to become more agile. We've already talked about limiting the number of projects in progress and how to better understand work in progress limits and how that can affect your business agility. 2, we talked about regulating team size and keeping teams consistent and figuring out the right mix there to get, the right team swarming and working on the right set of work, which led us to 3, which was allow teams to swarm, get to market faster with a higher quality product. Today, we're going to stop, collaborate, and listen. Or, instead of stop, I'm going to call it inspect, pivot, adjust. What I found is that organizations who think that they're going to get everything right the first time are usually the first ones to get everything wrong. It's if you don't stand for something, you're falling for everything, right? And I think that more organizations should take an opportunity to break work down into small enough bite-sized pieces that they have the ability to pivot, that they have the ability to adjust, that they have the ability to stop and take a look at where they are. I think that in this world of go, 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 where, we're so used to just having everything on, a spinning platter, if you will, or having everything just in fast forward, whether it's, I think what it all boils down to is we've lost patience, right? Whether it's the microwave who can get something cooked in 30 seconds or the drive-through window. Please drive her into the first window. Hand him your credit card. Move to the second window. There's your bag. Stick it out. Grab your bag. It's just, we've gotten to the point where we're so used to things just being instant reward, instant gratification, instant approval, instant pot, instant whatever, right? It's just we've gotten so used to this go, go, go mentality that we forget about just stopping. And I think that some of the most beautiful moments in life are when we stop. And that shouldn't be any different than we are on a project, right? When we're on a project, we should stop as well. And I think that, and when I say stop, I want to be careful. That doesn't mean stop, disband, destroy everything, and never do your project again. What it means is stop from the sense of just take a breath, right? Pivot, adjust, do what you need to do. Don't throw money at something that's not a winner. Likewise, don't treat something that is a winner with disrespect. You need to be able to stop. The next line from Vanilla Ice was collaborate. I like to call that adapt, right? Collaborate as a group. Talk about it. Figure it out. Collaborate with the stakeholders. Get that feedback. Do what you got to do with that feedback to adjust and to make those things there that you need to do in order to deliver the right product or service, right? So collaboration marries adaptation for me, right? So you need to be adaptive. You need to be able to adjust. You need to be able to pivot. And that's part of dexterity and agility. I can't tell you how many organizations we go into where they're good at inspecting, they're good at the stop and figure things out part, but they're not good at the adapting and adjusting part. So I think you need to really turn your attention to collaboration and to communication and to gathering feedback from key stakeholders and focusing on elements that are going to help you be successful. Who would have ever thought that, we would be comparing, inspect and adapt to stop and collaborate? But I think the last one is the most important, and it's listen. And that has to do with communication. And anytime I talk about communication, you'll always hear me bring up radical candor. How to be an advocate for transparent honesty in communication. And I think that advocacy is just so important. And I think that when we're talking about transparency and being transparent, that it's important for us to focus, right? So it's listen, but it's not just listen with your ears, or it's not listen as in, hey, you, listen to me. It's not that kind of listen. Listen is just such a hard word in the English language. And, many people distort the word listen and twist it to mean what they think it should mean. When I think of listen, I think of listening with emotion, or listening with your heart, or listening to the voice that will, be the heartbeat of what you're trying to do, right? And I think that if you stop, collaborate, and listen, it will help you in the end to get a better product or service to market. It'll help you, get things figured out in such a way that it just makes sense. Now, for those of you who aren't keeping score, I just compared stop, collaborate, and listen to inspect, adapt, and transparency, which, for those of you who weren't thinking, it's the empirical process control, right? So if you think about empirical process and you think about what empirical process does for us and how it helps us accelerate, that's going to give us the keys that we need to be successful. So for the rest of this week, we've been talking about the top 5 things you can change today to become more agile. We started with limiting your products or projects in progress and understanding what work in progress limits and what a WIP limit is and how to apply it. We talked about regulating team size, keeping them consistent and keeping them T-shaped. We talked about allowing teams to swarm to get our product or service to market faster and to increase consumer satisfaction on the end. And today, we learned a lot about vanilla ice. So next time you go to stop, collaborate, and listen, remember all you're really doing is inspecting, adapting, and being transparent. I couldn't end it any other way than to say, if you got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolve it. Meaning, if you've got an issue, don't be afraid to reach out to the coaches at Agile Dad. We would love to help you tackle this issue and any others that you have on your plate. And as always, we encourage you, stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, take care.